The Boston Celtics ended up re-signing Luke Kornet and Neemias Queta on day one of NBA free agency, but now we're looking ahead to day two. Who are some available options that could help the Boston Celtics possibly run back another NBA championship, hang up banner 19, and not make too much of a change here to the roster that's already proven they can be successful? Let's go ahead and break down our players that we think the Boston Celtics should target in free agency as it continues throughout the week. All right, number one here is going to be Oshae Brissett. Oh, I know. He's already playing for the Boston Celtics, but he did decline his player option. Because he declined his player option, that does mean he's allowed to re-sign with the Boston Celtics on a new constructed deal. But Adam Himmelsbach did tweet out that maybe this won't be the route Oshae Brissett's looking for. He said Celtics now have 12 of 15 players from title team back next year, along with first-round pick Baylor Shireman. And he's heard that Oshae Brissett is seeking an opportunity with a team that can offer more playing time, but there's no clarity there just yet. And I wouldn't be surprised. Oshae Brissett has played his lowest minutes since his rookie year in 2019 with the Toronto Raptors. I think Oshae Brissett was a phenomenal player coming off the bench in a very short amount of time on the Celtics court. And I would like to see him come back with the Boston Celtics. And the reason why I think this is because he posted a vlog a couple days ago talking about how fun it was at the NBA parade, how much he loved the Celtics duck boats, how it was so great to give love to the city that's shown him love for an entire year. And he said in that vlog, when we win next year, I'm petitioning to go around twice. He's talking about the duck boats going around twice there, but the key word here is we. And he could have just been talking, could mean nothing, but when I see that, and he's looking ahead to the parade next year, he's obviously thinking about running it back with the Boston Celtics. So, he could go either way. I think the end-all be-all is if Brad Stevens offers him another contract. He played about 55 games last year coming off the bench for the Celtics, 3.7 points per game, 3 boards, 44% from the field, 27% from the three-point line. I love the way that he crashed on the offensive boards. I love the way that he was always ready. He actually was really great at being the reciprocant of the assist from Drew Holiday or Jason Tatum. He was ready the minute he came off the bench. He had great skills that complemented the starting five or whoever starters he was playing with on the court. And he's got a little bit more to offer here, which is why I think Brad Stevens, look, if he's already bringing back Queta and Kornet, he's looking to kind of just rebuild the team that won him a championship. Why not put Oshae Brissett on that team with them as well? Because I also miss his Brizzy vlogs. I'm not going to lie. But what do you guys say? Should the Celtics re-sign Brissett? Go on ahead and type Y for yes, type in for no. Let me know what you guys think after Oshae Brissett declined his player option and NBA free agency continues. All right, another target they should possibly look at here is James Wiseman, the center out of Detroit. Now, the Pistons, they just made a huge payday for Cade Cunningham, 5 years, $226 million. So they're obviously looking to make some kind of roster moves or contract signings or extensions on their team, but would they be willing to bring back James Wiseman? I don't know if he really fits with Detroit anymore, but here's what he could bring to the Boston Celtics that are still looking to possibly add another big here, while Kristaps Porzingis is out until possibly December as he's recovering from his successful surgery. About 7 points per game, 5 boards, I don't mind it, 17.3 minutes per game as well. 1 assist, less than half a block, more than half a block, and 61% from the field. And here's what he has done in the last couple of years. Of course, you got to take in that injury as a factor. He didn't play because of a knee issue. And obviously, he was playing a lot better in 2020 than he was in 2023. And he was playing a lot more games as well. I believe he does have a ring there with the Golden State Warriors.
I think so.
Was that the year before?
I'm not sure if he was there in 21-22, but I could be wrong on that.
Anyways, we're trying to make up numbers here from the top of our brain. Anyways, obviously, he has progressed down just a little bit here, but once again, the Celtics are in a tight position where you're not looking for a starter. The Boston Celtics are already bringing back 12 of their 15 that won them a ring last year. I think Wiseman would be a good addition, sticking him in the depth chart along with Luke Kornet, Neemias Queta, Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis, and possibly Xavier Tillman. But if you sign Wiseman, I don't think you need Tillman. All right, let's talk about Justin Holiday. I know we talked about him before, but if he's still available, I want him on this team. I love that he's the big brother of Drew Holiday. I really do. I love even more that he's a solid 3-and-D guard. I actually think if anybody can, Joe Mazzulla can get the last bit of juice out of the 35-year-old forward here in the NBA. I think he would be a good asset playing with his brother, but also being another resource other than Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench. What he has done, 58 games played last year for the Nuggets, which is still a championship contending team. So he's coming from a very great program to possibly another great program in the Boston Celtics. 15 minutes per game, 4 points, 1 rebound, and 45% from the field, 40% from a three-point line, which is actually his second highest three-point percentage in his NBA career, which he had at 35 years old. Playing with his brother gives him a bit of familiarity. Also playing for a championship caliber program, he'll know what to expect if he was to come into the Boston Celtics right now. I'm not sure if Stevens is going to do anything on the outside when it comes to bringing in free agents, but I think if he does, I would really like Justin Holiday. That's just me. What do you guys think right now? What position should the Celtics target next in free agency? Comment guard, wing, or big. Keep in mind, they already just re-signed Luke Kornet and Neemias Queta. Those are two bigs. So what else do you guys want the Boston Celtics to increase in their depth chart? Let me know down below, guard, wing, or big. Last but not least, Nicolas Batum. Yes, he did not re-sign with the Philadelphia 76ers, and they did part ways, which makes him a free agent. That did happen once that 6 p.m. Eastern time start time did happen for NBA free agency. Nick Batum, you're not getting much on defense. You're not. And thankfully, the Celtics do have 2 NBA all-defensive specialists on their team, so you don't really necessarily have to add another fantastic defender, but I know that Brad Stevens and Joe Mazzulla, they love a good two-way player, and that's just not what Nicolas Batum is. What he is a good three-point shooter from the corner. He's a good wing that can drain it from downtown, which isn't terrible, but I know the Celtics do really like to pride themselves on their defensive efforts. Like you can see here, 5.5 points per game, but 40% from downtown. And he did just leave Philadelphia, so obviously they played in the playoffs this year. They were recent playoff contenders, 45% from the field, 4 rebounds per game. I don't know how well Batum would fit in with the Boston Celtics. Like I said, you got your catch-and-shoot guy in Sam Hauser, who they're looking to extend. You also just got Baylor Shireman as well, who's a very lethal three-point shooter at 6'8". So I do think when you got those players, I don't think you really need Batum, but if Brad Stevens were to sign him, I could see some pros. I could, but overall, I think when you got 2 already phenomenal three-point shooters, that's pretty much all Batum has to offer there, then overall, I don't think you need him, but you never know. Brad Stevens may see something that I don't. Once again, here are some top free agent targets heading into day 2 of NBA free agency. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let's comment. Let's talk about it. That's why you guys subscribe to Celtics Today by Chat Sports. I talk, I show you the facts and figures, you guys talk, and then we talk about it. It's beautiful. Join 38,000 loyal subscribers right now by getting your latest information on the Boston Celtics free agency, offseason plans, summer league, trade rumors, breaking news, whatever. You got it right here. Go on ahead and subscribe.